Katy Perry, I just want to congratulate you on being the first astronaut to sing in space for real.
Thanks, Jeff. It was one small step for women, one giant leap for my lifetime's tour. By the way, it's Captain Perry now. I know you're just a simple businessman, but I went to space for real.
We're back with more conservative cartoons from the Al Berry Show.
Makes me Space Captain Perry.
Excuse me, Captain. Hello? We have a problem. You need to get down here right away. All right, we'll be right there. What's the problem?
Please, Jeff, you don't know as much about this stuff as I do. I sang in space for real, after all. So what's the problem?
Man, for some reason I feel dumb around you. Anyway, when you sang in space, alien communication satellites picked up the sound waves.
And they loved it. I knew I felt a connection when I was in space for real. I sensed the magic of the universe coursing through my foof.
No, they transmitted this message to us.
Greetings, I am Superlin, captain of the non-binary from the planet Endopharma. My species is gender fluid, so our pronouns can morph from Z-Zim to bleep blorp at any moment. And we pee out of our big green jugs. When we heard Katy Perry sing, it was triggering for us. I mean, who the hell makes a real spaceflight about themselves by trying to sing to an entire planet without consent? Some organisms are very sensitive to terrible music, you know. Also, launching that much plastic into space is technically littering. And part of our mission is to make sure everyone in the galaxy recycles. That's why, Captain Perry, you're coming with us to be disposed of properly.
So you see, Captain Perry, an entire alien species hates you. That's why Big Green Pea Jugs up there is going to recycle you.
Oh, what's happening to me? Oh my God, help me, Jeff. Well, on the bright side, at least this is all about me.
Carmelo Anthony, I invited you here because you profited $500,000 by simply stabbing a white kid at a track meet. Possibly in self-defense and also possibly not. Either way, I admire your entrepreneurial creativity. With my ability to profit off of marginalized black communities and your successful business idea, we will make lots of money. I know exactly how we'll get funding for this wildly out-of-the-box idea of black kids stabbing white kids. Hello, Sharks. I'm Al Sharpton, and this is Carmelo Anthony. Together, we founded a company called Stab a White Boy When No One's Looking, then set up a GoFundMe.
Yeah, they bought like a mansion, an Escalade. Absolutely ridiculous.
A simple idea. A black boy stabs a white boy at the exact time no one's looking. Since the stabbing took place out of sight, no one can be certain that it was self-defense or not. Dumb people will just assume the black kid is not guilty based entirely on racial biases and then give us money.
Well, the black kid is always the victim in these situations.
You see, it's already working.
Wow, I'm really impressed, guys.
Me too, Kevin. I'm glad you decided to make it black kids stabbing white kids. I've been in this business long enough to know if it were the other way around, it would never work.
That's exactly why I made Carmelo start this company with me. So are any of you fancy white folks interested in a partnership?
I'll only go up to 8 million, but you get access to the 300 dark alleys I own, and I can get you on QVC.
How about I just give you $10 million because I'm a pandering white idiot? Oh no, I'm not as dumb as Mark.
All right, we choose Mark Cuban.
Bianca, do you think I'm gay just because my cousin tried to get my mouth pregnant until I was 14? You know he was just wilding out. No, you're brave for speaking out about that. It's the fact you're not as concerned your cousin killed a pregnant woman. And I listened to the entire album. It only gets worse. You mean the song that goes, I hugged my dad, reached around and squeezed his cheeks. 20 years later, he's behind a COVID lab leak. Yes? Well, what about this one? Took my brother in the closet, 7 minutes in heaven. Then he grew up and did 9/11. Yes, yay?
What? Are these real lyrics?
I'm trying to be supportive of you, but it's hard when your entire next album is about hooking up with family members who commit terrible crimes. I knew it! You think I'm gay, Bianca? Hello? You're not gay. Who is this? Why are you doing that with your voice? That's not important. You need to know the truth. Food dyes have been linked to neurological and behavioral changes in children like ADHD and Tourette's. Or like your cousin dribbling your head on his pelvis like a basketball. I don't understand. Gosh. You're not making any sense. Think about it. Why do you think there's a cereal called Fruity Pebbles? Oh my God. The food dyes and Fruity Pebbles makes you fruity. That's exactly right. You are what you eat. And what do you think happens when you consume the food dyes and flaming hot Cheetos? They make you a flaming hot homo. That's exactly right. That's why your cousin put his gum.
And I've eaten a lot of hot Cheetos in my lifetime.
Worm in your peach ring. Wow, this is providing so much clarity. Thank you, whoever you are. Bianca, it was never my fault. The food dyes made me go down on my cousin.
What do you say we celebrate somehow? I'm thinking we market some of my products by having you go to a gay pride parade with your hooters and your foof exposed.
Donald, making ID a requirement to vote is both racist and unconstitutional. If you do that, how will illegal immigrants vote for us?
Also, if you keep deporting them, we won't have enough supporters in the next election.
That's right, Maxine. Donald, without illegal immigrants, our voters
members are basically minorities who haven't figured out we're racist yet. Trans lesbians and old gay hippies.
You could at least bring back the Salvadoran gang member to vote for us. You guys are advocating to bring a violent cartel associate back to the United States. Do you realize this is why Americans don't like you anymore?
We're fighting for democracy. That's right, Maxine. Bringing back a Salvadoran gang member is somehow pro-democracy. Unfortunately, Elon is too racist to see that. We'll just have to fight this another way. We should call the Supreme Court. Oh, that's a great idea, Maxine. The Supreme Court could definitely stop these racist policies.
I agree. I'll call our puppet. Amy, it's Elizabeth. We need you to stop Trump from deporting our voters. I can help you. It just needs to be deemed unconstitutional. Meet me at the Congressional Cemetery tonight at midnight. Most Supreme Court justices are paid to lean one way or the other, but when money isn't a factor, we come here and ask the Founding Fathers. I need total silence for the incantation. By the power vested in me, it's racist to require ID. Who dares disturb my gay kissing? We do. We need to know if requiring ID to vote and deporting gang members is unconstitutional. Why the hell is a woman talking to me about politics? And is that a female Supreme Court justice? My God, this country has really gone downhill since I died and started gay kissing.
Welcome to The View. So the network wanted to attract more conservative viewers, so please welcome Ennis Stelmar and Jack Twist.
Thanks, Whoopi. I have to say, this show's like being in a tent on Brokeback Mountain and I'm letting another cowboy have his way with me behind my wife's back. I was just about to say that, Ellis. You see, if I were forced to choose between watching this show or going up to a tent on Brokeback Mountain to let a rancher navigate my sanctuary, I'd be thinking, well, what's the difference? Well, we all know what Matt Gaetz would pick.
Uh-oh, looks like you have a legal note there, Sonny.
Damn it. Matt Gaetz has a wife, and there's no evidence he'd go up to a tent in Brokeback Mountain and let a cowboy frolic in his stable.
So you see, Thanksgiving's next week, and we all know how racist and oppressive Thanksgiving really is. Poor blacks like me just don't have the money for a turkey. So if you don't skip Thanksgiving this year, then you're racist. You're absolutely right, Whoopi. And if someone in your family is conservative, you should avoid the holidays with them at all costs.
You ladies make good points. There's a lot of wisdom between you all, I can tell. In fact, listening to any of you feels sort of like being in a tent on Brokeback Mountain and getting dunked on by a cowpuncher. I don't know what I'd rather do. Listen to Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sonny Hostin, or be forced to go up to a tent on Brokeback Mountain and anxiously let a Bronco Buster wear me down.
Hi, I'm Vice President Kamala Harris, and a lot of people don't believe that I used to work at McDonald's. I know it's hard to believe. That's why, to prove it, I will be donating another $400 million to Ukraine. That way, you can be rest assured that I did in fact work at McDonald's.
Oh, now do the other thing.
What's that?
Now prove it with the other thing.
Oh, right. If you still don't believe me, I will prove it by interviewing the most honest journalist I know, Mr. Fuzzy. Kamala, did you work at McDonald's? Mr. Fuzzy, work is a strong word. You see, I grew up middle class, so I know what it's like. Our democracy is at stake, and Donald Trump. Does that make sense? No. Okay then. And if you still don't believe me, I will call someone I know can convince you.
Hello, this is Iran.
What's it gonna take to prove that I worked at McDonald's?
Well, and I'm not just saying this, but if you gave us money, it would certainly prove it for us.
That's a good idea. I hereby give you $3 billion to prove that I used to work at McDonald's. No problem. Bye-bye. You see, I did work at McDonald's. I just proved it to you.
Welcome to The View. So it's Black Friday, and I'm asking all white people to stay home. You see, Black Friday's all day. Those are all discounts. Last I checked, it's not White Friday.
Whoopi, that's a great take. In fact, hearing you talk is almost as nice as going up to a tent on Brokeback Mountain and letting a ranchero strap a saddle to my back and letting his pig out to pasture. That's how Matt Gaetz does Black Friday.
Oh, you got a legal note, Sonny.
Damn it. Matt Gaetz does not spend Black Friday on Brokeback Mountain. He probably goes shopping.
Now, to show that Thanksgiving is a horrible day, we have Elizabeth Warren here to make contact with a Native American spirit.
Thank you, Whoopi. So I need total silence for the incantation.
By 23andMe, I'm 1/1000th Cherokee.
Who interrupted my gay kissing?
Dares disturb my gay kissing.
We do, Spirit. You see, we want to know if Thanksgiving offends your people.
This is what you disturb my gay kissing for. To ask me if I'm offended by Thanksgiving?
Well, are you?
No. I mean, I'm gay, but I'm not that gay. Oh, Chief Sitting Bird, it is Genghis. Come back to bed, Chief Sitting Bird. I want to do more gay kissing. I want it crisscross applesauce Indian style.
Wait, tell our people I'm their living warrior. I said I would never pardon Hunter Biden. But no reasonable person can look at all the evidence, the laptop, the IRS whistleblowers, witness testimonies to his shady business deals in Ukraine, and say he did anything wrong. That's why I signed a full presidential pardon for my son between the random dates of January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024. No one's above the law.
Oh, yeah, that's my president.
Ooh, you should pardon Dr. Fauci, too. Ooh, no one's above the law.
Pardon me, Joe. Damn it! Hunter Biden is my son! He's a good boy who deserves to be forgiven! If you disagree, it's because he's our son and you're anti-democracy! No one's above the law!
Hello?
Pardon me, Dad. I know you're giving a speech right now, but I need to be pardoned again.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm in a high-speed chase. I just robbed a bank and did some stuff in an alley with the lady of the night. I tried to be a good boy for you, Daddy. But what am I supposed to do when my dad's the president and I can basically do whatever I want? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyway, I need to be pardoned again so these cops will leave me alone.
All right. I hereby grant a full presidential pardon to my son, Hunter Biden, again. No one is above the law.
Thanks, Dad. I also need you to pardon Anthony Fauci. Turns out that lady of the night was just him in a wig, and I feel pretty bad for all the stuff we did. I went pretty crazy.
Al Berry's channel is linked in the description down below if you want to go give him a like and a follow. What did you think about the Al Berry Show? Is this conservative South Park? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CV, and I'll see you in the next video.